What up guys, Gully Boy back at you with another rap video, and right about now I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of obscure diss tracks, and for most of you guys, obscure rappers as well. Now I don't want people to think that this is some sort of top 5 list, or me trying to say that these are the greatest diss tracks known to man. This is simply me just shedding light on some diss tracks that are not often mentioned when the conversation comes up. But with all that being said, let's check out some diss tracks from some rappers you might not know about.
What a jerk! You need to find rhymes that'll work. You need to search the rhyming beat. You're a nurture, rhyming yields and stops. My rhyming shield deflects your beauty rhymes disrespect, so do decline.
My lucky number 7, but I roll with the 6s. I need to get paid, so you know I can't miss this. I got my motherfucking strap tied. So if a fool try to jack, he's gonna die tonight.
This first diss track comes from a rapper that is not at all well known. I also recently discovered this artist some time ago while visiting a few blog sites. What I did find out about this artist is that he's the cousin of a well-known Detroit rapper, the ROC, who is in the popular horrorcore group House of Crazies, alongside TWIZTID's Jamie Madrox and Monoxide Child.
It's about 7:30 and Mr. Bones is about to smoke. Finna ride by, pick the crib of an oak coat. Legend has it that his shit is possessed.
Evil, for those of you who may not know, is the word love spelled backwards, which can mean different things however you interpret it. But that's really all I know about this guy, and the only album I can find of his is an album called Satanic for Life, which features a diss track called I Have No Friends, aimed at ICP, Esham, Natis, and another not well-known Detroit rapper named Jack Frost.
To your head and run to your stomach. 3 dead clowns watching vomit. Never did like a ICP. Never did like a nice CP. Wicked ass clown, please stop for me. I got an axe and a Glock and a burning Christmas tree. Everybody used to beat down and shit, and Satan in reverse can suck my dick.
I can't really tell you guys why he dissed these people, but my assumption will probably be over some money or creative differences. Because on ROC's Wikipedia page, it says that Esham produced him and Evil's joint project called Rolling with Strength. So maybe there was some falling out there, because E was also producing ICP around this time as well. And I can't find out anything on the rapper Jack Frost. Maybe he just got caught in the crossfire, because just like the title track says, he has no friends.
Where you gon' go? There ain't no running. Evil is the man with your speakers humming. Money in my pocket cause I jacked my boy. Sex fiend ass nigga playing with pussy toys. But I ain't Luke, Snoop, or Dre. Just a local ass nigga from the Detroit way.
I hear you guys have some verbal disputes with a Master P reigning from the same city as you.
Man, that nigga ain't from Richmond, man. Don't come ask me about no tricks, nigga.
But he says he's from Richmond.
Man, that nigga more country than ham hocks and black eyed peas, nigga.
Now this next track is very interesting because it is another diss track that I just happened to stumble upon. Just like the previous track, I was searching through blog sites and was recommended a rare G-Funk album by a rap group called New Breed of Gangsters out of Richmond, California. The album itself is really good and I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the G-Funk genre.
Death is my gift. I disturb the stillness of a pawn like a pebble. Some try to step, but then they see I'm on another level. It's signed, sealed, delivered, and enveloped. I'm creeping through your mind like a thought not yet developed.
But as far as the group itself, I don't know who any of the members are or why they decided to diss Master P on the track called Gangsta Lives. But according to the lyrics, there are plenty of reasons.
Time's up, it's time I check them nuts on this in here. I thought I could trust it, but all the time you play the next nigga in line. Master P the perpetrator with the clip 59. Truths in 90 deuce, I want your head in a noose.
First he mentions that P is a fake gangster and has never did any dirt. Then he starts getting very personal by saying Master P put his wife on crack.
I can still hit on your chick off the cause you pop that okie dokie, got a smoke in your dope. What kind of nigga plays the back and hooks his wife on a crack?
Then he mentions that Master P said that he put Richmond, California on the map.
You holler rich town, but don't know what that means, cause you's a perpin' ass nigga from New Orleans. So stop running your mouth and get the fuck out my house. And you and them nigga perpetrate down south. You's a lost ass fucking type of pimped out hoe who sit locked in your house watching gangsta videos to no surprise.
Now this right here is interesting because if you listen to a lot of Master P like I do, you will notice that he always shouts out Richmond, California.
Niggas be trying to figure out how we roll out here in Cali, you know what I'm saying? Richmond, California. I represent none but G's from Richmond, California. Niggas out the swamp, should I say New Orleans? Richmond,
California, the hits from Richmond, California. Put them on the map.
And that's because that is the place where he would start to what we know now as No Limit Records. He then proceeds to get even more personal by mentioning Master P's brother who was killed and says that he got scared and ran away.
There's been rumors out the cut that your brother got shot up and you acted like a bitch and jumped your ass on the bus. So now you thinking you could piss with gangster niggas out the rich, but you got to have a dick to try to mix the triple six.
Now, for this to be a not well-known diss track, this guy is saying some really ballsy things to Master P. And something that is even more interesting is that Master P has never responded or outright dissed someone on wax. But he did express how he felt about people that dropped diss tracks, along with Young Little Romeo on the intro of the classic TRU album, True to the Game. Master P might have heard MBG's diss track and responded with this or what, but I will say that this diss track is decent, and it will be kinda cool to know the whole backstory.
Ain't no handouts on the rise, I'm out the town of homicides, and on your grave it will reply. This is where the buster lies, with a slut between his eyes. But we up a spill behind some gangster lies.
Click, click. Boom. To your face.
In the game, it was hard trying to get paid. I finally handled business, learned the tricks of the trade. I learned the big spaces when the money started flowing. The tables must have turned because the youngsters started growing.
This next track is about to involve a lot of legendary artists out of New Orleans, as it starts with two prominent labels in the area during the early to mid 90s. Big Boy Records and Cash Money Records would feud over creative differences, with both sides believing that their rap styles were stolen. According to Partners in Crime member Mr. Mina, Cash Money Records wanted them to open up a show for their rap group, U.N.L.V, another legendary rap group in New Orleans, and once they did, tension started to brew from there. U.N.L.V would soon release a diss track towards PNC called Everybody's Jockin' U.N.L.V style, in which they showcase how they feel about the situation.
Number one U.N.L.V nigga, so stop rap hunts done front to make your name bigger. Everybody talking U.N.L.V style, why is everybody talking U.N.L.V style? You gotta know how to roll, you gotta know what to do, you gotta make them sticky hoes, my was it for you, cause every time I throw down uptown, the people follow around, and to the bitches on the side, they keep talking my sound, that's how it is.
After this track was released, PNC would respond with the track called Pussy in a Can, which they call out U.N.L.V for being fakers and how they never jacked their style.
I'm not a pussy ass nigga off a 6 and barrel. Never bragging, stunting like I got a pocket full of stones. But U.N.L.V, we know they hitting that pipe. No, they never sold a rock and they mother make up life. They better keep that shit around 6 and barrel. I know I bet not catch their ass on air hard or slave on.
But the most interesting diss track to come out of this war, in my opinion, is a track from BG's first studio album, True Story, called F Big Boy, as in Big Boy Records. The track also features Tech 9 from U.N.L.V and 12-year-old Lil Wayne, who used to go by the name Baby D.
Partners in crime, y'all some bitches, y'all some snitches. You stupid clown, Chuck got you riches.
Partners, you better not do no crime, get no time and go to hell. Cause in that 2 minutes, they'll best believe you go get hell. The code, you the hoe. It's time I let you know.
Now this track is mainly aimed at Partners in Crime, but also Big Boy Records as a whole, which at the time had phenomenal New Orleans artists such as Mystical, Fiend, G Slim, and the Ghetto Twins. But on this track, each of these guys have incredible delivery and clever bars. But I must admit that the highlight of this track is 12-year-old Lil Wayne, as he drops some serious heat on this track.
Yep, you thought it was funny when you try to rip front on Cash Money. You must have been jealous of that title that we hold and try to rip on that local 580. You must have been too loaded. They try to pull a little stunt on that local 580. You know, pimp daddy, little slim, and baby.
Niggas get done and scrubbed up like a sponge. Stay free and get a gun, shooting in the air for fun. Like it was some mad at the lab, now we pulling heaters. You call yourself a bullet, well I guess we bullet beaters.
This next track comes from an underground legend out of Atlanta who was formerly signed to DJ Paul and Juicy J's label Hypnotized Minds. Back in the mid-90s, T-Rock was on the come-up under the wing of 3 6 Mafia. Tension will soon rise as DJ Paul and Juicy J will hold back T-Rock's album because they didn't know how to market him. Also, according to T-Rock, DJ Paul and Juicy J would go on a radio station in Atlanta and diss him.
They dissed me on the radio here in Atlanta. So when they did that, I'm gonna be honest, I lost it.
Yeah, of course. You can't come in my city and do
yeah.
that.
This led to T-Rock dropping a diss track called My Little Arm, which references DJ Paul's Herb's palsy in his right arm. T-Rock uses 3 6 Mafia's Baby Mama beat and starts off joking about Paul's arm.
Say, dawg, damn, what the fuck wrong with your arm? What you mean, what the fuck wrong? Come on, small and shit. Damn, can you move that motherfucker? Why you just spinning that little metal piece around? That's all you could do with that shit?
Then he kicks a sharp verse with good wordplay and says some interesting things involving DJ Paul and Juicy J.
Ain't that nigga out busting me? Every single repetition gon' suffer defeat. I'ma show you niggas what it's a G. When the funk jump up, put more than it's slugging your knee. Cause I'ma aim at your chest and neck. Now you living off a life support, like check to check. Every nigga tryna flex, I wreck. Push a nigga mind back with the tech, try to recollect.
He tells listeners that the producer Lil Pat is the mastermind of all their beats and that Lil Pat even made the beat that he's rapping on.
And I'm telling everybody how Lil Pat made all your beats. Lil Pat made this beat.
He also mocks Juicy J by saying that he should be worried about Project Pat getting released from jail, which leads to T-Rock making fun of the situation.
All you gonna do is wait for your motherfucking brother to get out of jail and shit.
Wait the Project Pat get out of jail. Wait the Project Pat get out of jail.
What about that nigga? He locked up right now, nigga, and I'm beating you niggas up.
In retaliation to this diss track, there was allegedly a brawl with T-Rock's camp and Hypnotized Minds camp, which led to T-Rock dropping another diss track, which I will save for another video. But as for now, this track is really interesting because it's rarely talked about, along with the beef between T-Rock and 3 6 Mafia.
Here's my little arm, doesn't work, and it won't fit inside my shirt, My little arm, it doesn't work, and it won't fit inside my shirt.
Paper cut bread cuts down a tree and make you wish you were dead. Where you might as well be. As a matter of fact, to be exact, this is not fiction, this is all fact.
Okay, this next track comes from a well-respected rap group that were a part of a pivotal moment in hip-hop history. During the 1980s, countless diss tracks would emerge into something that was known as the Roxanne Wars. It all started when UTFO dropped a song called Roxanne Roxanne, which was not at all a diss record. The song was about the three members, Kangol, Dr. Ice, and the educated rapper, trying to get with the fictional girl named Roxanne.
Roxanne, Roxanne, can't you understand? Roxanne, Roxanne, I wanna be your man.
Queens DJ Marley Marl heard the song and knew of a local rapper named Roxanne Shante and asked her to make a response to the track. From there, Roxanne Shante and Marley Marl will release Roxanne's Revenge, which she goes for each member of UTFO with no remorse.
I met this dude with the name of a hat. I didn't even walk away, I didn't give him no rap. But then he got real mad and he got a little tired. If he wasn't for me, you know he would be fired. He wears a Kangol and that is cute, but he ain't got the money and he ain't got the loot.
Shocked by the diss, UTFO would then respond to Roxanne Shante's diss with The Real Roxanne, which they didn't aim directly at Roxanne Shante. The Real Roxanne was a track performed by ADELAIDA Martinez, who took on the role as Roxanne. The song really wasn't a diss to Shante, but more so, The Real Roxanne dissing Roxanne Shante would then respond to The Real Roxanne with a track called Queen of Rocks, in which she disses UTFO and their version of Roxanne.
Yeah, you know, we got our own Roxanne. I said, yeah, I seen that girl. She got a face like a man. I told me something else, don't you see? I had to watch my language because I got so many beats.
But what people really don't talk about is the second response from UTFO called Calling Her a Crab, Roxanne Part 2, where UTFO hilariously dissed Roxanne Shante.
Hey stupid, yeah you Roxanne, get your face out the garbage can. Don't try to hide now since we made you a star. Come out and face it like the man you are.
I mean, these guys go in on this diss record. They call her an 8, they talk about how they made her famous, they talk about her father, mother, grandmother, brother, hell, her whole family.
Roxanne's grandmother's head is bald, your father's a crow, your sister hair won't grow, your mother's always making like the wind that blows, your brother never think, I bet his drawers are pink, as far as I know your family stink.
They talk about how she's unattractive and needs plastic surgery.
See, I could've helped your looks with plastic surgery. Remodel your nose, that's a bump in the middle, but to fix your whole face, that's a medical riddle. You're living proof that they haven't perfected the modern science of the birth control method.
And what tops everything off is the melodic chorus sung by Full Force.
Such a crap. She's such a...
They just go all out on this track, and I think it definitely should be mentioned when the conversation comes up.
You took out beat, made yourself famous, and now you're gonna look like a great big anus. What turns you on? What makes you tick? Did you think for a minute you would be my pick?
Alright you guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I plan on searching for more obscure diss tracks, so make sure you guys stay tuned for more videos like this one. But until then, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Gully Boy, signing out.